Hello, my lovelies. It is 2:30 a.m. and we are leaving finally for King of the Hammers 2025. Have the Jeeps all in tow, looking super cool with the Seat Time Syndicate. Today is going to be a long day because when we get to the Hammers, which is probably going to be around 7 a.m., we're going to go onto the lakebed. It has been snowing in the middle of the desert pretty significantly, so I don't know if it's going to be treacherous or if it's going to be okay. I have no idea what it's going to be like, but yeah, today is set up the tent day, and with that is set up crawler hauler day, but we need to get everything out of the crawler hauler, which is for the tent, in the tent, so we can set up our home for the rest of the 2 weeks. So we're not exactly on the road quite yet. We're filling up the 55-gallon VP gas can that we have, and of course I'm like a child. I'm like, I need the bathroom. Where's the next bathroom? Are we gonna be able to stop for a bathroom? My sister and I, growing up, my sister was infatuated with knowing where the next bathroom was, and I definitely have that in my system at the moment. Like, where's the next bathroom? When am I going to be able to pee? Are we going to be able to stop? Will you stop? Oh. All right, when we make stops, I always want to make sure that the straps are super tight when you're traveling along and there's a lot of movement. They tend to slacken up sometimes, but these ones are taut like a tiger, so really have no worries at all. We have the barbecue back here, we have parts back here, we have tires back here. There's a lot going on in that trailer this time, but heck yeah. Just checked up on Rachel. She's doing fantastic. As I say that, there she is. I don't know if you can see her. There she is. She just zoomed on by. So Rachel is a part of the Seat Time Syndicate team. We're going to be working very closely together on the marketing agency side and event side of everything. So you'll be seeing or hearing a lot more of her anyway. She's a fantastic human. I've known her for many a year, since my first wee days of jeeping. We met in Wildwood, New Jersey, actually, is also where I met a lot of people, a lot of awesome people, like Tanner Ricks as well. Yeah, it's just, it's super cool. Ooh, that truck was so close turning in front of this car. Anyway, I feel like I'm being too hyper right now. I'm just getting in the zone of being there, getting everything set up today. It's a huge deal, by the way, when you set something up like this, especially for this year for us, for STS. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. I play things down quite a lot, but it's a big deal this year, and I need to make sure that everything is perfect. I'm very harsh on myself. I put a lot of pressure on myself with everything, and it's going to be no different here. Well, we made it back here. Everything has been unloaded, and it's time to move this trailer into a space to get the crawler hauler to move it over here and start unloading everything. It's super windy, and my microphones, I don't know, are in another bag, so sorry. We have everything from the truck situated now. Ben is in here. Let's see if I can get... Whoop. He's getting everything set up. Mischief Maker, Nessie, and then Kevin's race Jeep is there. And Steven's race Jeep is here. We've got a lot set up in here. There's still a lot to do, but there's more stuff in the Tacoma, so I have to go grab that. So we have like nice tables, chairs, TVs. Nothing is really set up the way that it's supposed to be. There's going to be a divider wall right here. We'll have tables and food and snacks and drinks and all that good stuff. Okay, it is day 2, and actually I've been here for a wee while, but there's been a lot of running back and forth. I had to make sure that the porta potty got here. I went to the crawler hauler, dropped off a bunch of stuff, had to go back into town, grab some more stuff, come back in. Now we're setting up the hospitality area and it just looks so good. Lights are going up, banners are going up, it's super cool. And Ben is using the Renegade Vault welder underneath there right now. Actually been working on clearancing a bunch of stuff. He's just away to go out and check to see if what he's done has worked. He's been using the Renegade Vault from ESAP, which is a stick welder that goes off to Volt battery. So this is like the perfect place and scenario to take this welder with us so that anyone who needs to weld anything together, if they don't have a welder, they can stick weld that together, no problem at all. Now what we're doing with Nessie right now is I have Rachel in the car. She's buttoning up that center console. She's always wanted to be at King of the Hammers and she's always wanted to do race car stuff. So I'm putting her to work and I'm zip tying a bunch of stuff that I cut loose in the shop and just needs to be zip tied together, like some hoses and some air hoses and some safety gear on there. I've also left a couple of the safety equipment off the race Jeep right now because I do have Ultra 4 Jones being my co-driver and I want him to put things where he would like them. So there's just a bunch of stuff going on in here. Kevin and Steven went out for a quick run on the qualifying lap. They've come back. They have some things that they're sorting out with the car there. And other than that, honestly, I've been kind of running back and forth, being the project manager for setting the tent up and all good things like that. Here is what I was trying to do. I have a new tie rod end right here from RPM Steering and Suspension. Of course, they are one of our sponsors for King of the Hammers, and this is a 2-inch and this is 175. The reason why I wanted to go up is because this is going to be the poor tie rod is going to be thrashed by rocks most probably, and just having a thicker one makes me feel a little more at ease, but there's a whole lot of things that go with changing this. So I'm gonna wait for a little second, wait until Kevin Stearns is here. I need to see if he has any misalignment spacers for me that I can use and whether it's actually worth doing this right now. So we'll wait until he comes and we'll ask him the question, and if not, then it's time to get the seat in here, a couple of things zip tied, and rally on out and get some seat time in. I feel like the boys have been lacking snacks the past 2 days, so I went into the trailer and I just snuck in a couple to keep them happy today. And me. Let's keep it real. I know it says unreal, but just forget the UN. Real. Okay. We need to get these drilled out to 3/4. Now, we have been on a bit of a hike, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah. We've been on a bit of a hike in town, asking every mother, woman, child, dog, and dust bug. I don't even know that if that's the thing. If they have a 3/4 inch drill bit, and no one does. So we're here at Nutty Bolts because we're hoping that they can help us. If not, Rudy just called and said, I can easily do that. So we'll probably go and buy Rudy's on the way back. But for now, I do need some nut and bolts for my harnesses. I have one, of course, I don't have the other. And that's a bit of a problem. So we're gonna head on in and see what we can find. All right, mission complete. Hose clamps, nuts and bolts. Hose clamps are for the drive shaft. I took the power tank off of the car because we don't have air lockers anymore. And I think I'm gonna make like a little mount or see if I can attach the drive shaft, the spare drive shaft, in that space, still using the power tank bracket. Hey, it's on to Rudy now, and let's see how he's doing with his project in the middle of the desert. I aspire to be more like you, Rudy. Look at, I mean, your setup is pretty legit. look at all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the worst. All right, in case you haven't heard yet, we're building a 98 Jeep Cherokee to compete in the Everyman Challenge here at King of the Hammers. We'll see if we get it done in time. So we've done axle swaps, full cage, you know, custom link brackets and shock brackets and everything, and we're doing it all out here on the lake bed. So if you haven't seen it, feel free to check it out.
Today is pre-running day, and it was kind of okay. Front locker's not working for some reason, or the front diff is not working for some reason. One of the tires doesn't spin, and then everything just completely turned off, had no power. Found that something had melted together, fuses had all melted together, but now we kind of have the car kind of together, and I just want to limp back into the tent so that we can figure out what on earth is going on. So it's Monday morning. We came in, I mean, nice and early for us. We were here at 9 and kind of going through all the stuff in the car. We rebuilt the front diff. We've had to go around and kind of rewire the car. And we went out for a quick run. It feels really good, but we're having a couple of issues with wiring still. So we're back in here. We're going to be working for the next hour, kind of just buttoning that up hopefully, and then we'll head back out again and see what else we can find. So that is where we're at right now. It's such a tight frame of like time is so not on our side. Anyway, I would just like some time in the car with Rob. Sure. Just even puttering around. Yeah. And I understand that this stuff needs to be done. I'm just trying to figure everything out today because I have to be back here too. It's the first time I've laughed and smiled in this race car.
Well, congrats.
That was super cool. That was awesome.
Yay! This should be your happy place.
I think it may be.
It hadn't been. What happened was...
I know, it was really cool.
After I'm in there,
Yeah.
I fit better than I thought I was going to. first off, I need to get the springs as good as what we can get them. Then we can go out and then we can kind of take some notes and say, okay, let's add some compression to it. Let's take some rebound out of it, whatever, and then start working out. Because we have external adjustments, let's make it as good as we can. It's not going to be a perfect tuning session, but it's better than what it was. And then when we were just now running, it as long as we were running, it was like 190. And then when we would stop after that and kind of talk and just kind of figure stuff out, it'd creep up to about 200.
Okay, no issues.
But I didn't really see anything over 200.
You're good.
So I mean,
It's good.
that's not terrible.
No, these things are like, it'll run at 220, be happy.
We're in all 4 done. What did we do it with? A mini hammer for King of the Hammers.
Oh my god.
That's all you need. I'm gonna keep that in my pocket for later.
I show up thinking I'm going to help Kevin be a pit crew, and here I am co-driving. So we've been at the car for the past 2 days, for 10+ hour days, really just trying to go through and make sure that everything is as dialed in as it possibly can. Getting the little things that are going to make race day really hard, getting those taken care of so that way we can focus on the race and getting through to the finish line. So we got here, the diff was completely blown apart. We rebuilt the diff, put everything back together, got the front axle working again, and then we've just been sorting through little issues. We had a power cable back here that melted during their first pre-run session. So yesterday we worked on getting all those little gremlins fixed. We rebuilt that cable, or made a new one. So we added some grounds for redundancy. We had another issue with the amp draws with the switching system on the pumper. I got those sorted out. We were low on coolant. Something else that we did was we hard mounted winch cable. It's not exactly the way that I would like to do it in an ideal world, but I have a feeling that we're going to be doing quite a bit of winching. So I went ahead, ran the cable. We got our Warn remote zip tied up here, so that way when I'm out of the car, Holly always has a remote. I will have a remote on myself as well if I do need to be controlling the winch, but that way that's already there and we don't have to go back and forth with remotes. Holly really wanted to go out and get some testing and tuning in, and so I started the car first thing this morning to get it up to temp. It ended up at 200 and some degrees, and so I started looking at the coolant system. We found a leak on one of the radiator hoses, and the radiator was actually about a gallon low. So we topped all that off, got all that good, and then we went out and did all our checks when we came back. When the car was warm at operating temp, everything was good at that point. So that was definitely a good catch. So everyone's about to leave on the STS and Fun Have a Run. I'm going to stay back. I'm going to get the race car out on our lift here. They're going to take the Liberty, and I'm going to be taking this to full droop in the suspension, trying to get the spring rates dialed in a little bit better. And I'm going to basically back all of the bypass tubes off so I have a starting point. We're going to try to do a little bit of shock tuning on this to get it the best that we can. We don't have time to do a full tuning session, but if we can make it a little bit better, then that's worth the time.
We did kind of race stuff this morning, which is awesome, but we have some really awesome clients out here. We want to go show them a real good time. So we're just going to go hit a trail called Blueberry. It's one of my favorite trails out here for rock crawling, so let's go get it. Ready to run!
Yeah!
You're good. How's it going up here?
This is so much fun. This is what it's all about here. I miss wheeling out here. Woo! Racing is completely different, but rock crawling is my heart, and how could you not love this? I don't know. So this climb right here is super cool. Every time we come here, there are 2 spots on this trail that we end up staying at for quite a long time. This is the first one, and then the end one as well. And it's chaos, pure chaos, especially today. Like, the amount of vehicles that are out, but the great thing is, like, we all know each other. This is the Fun Haver crew right behind us, and they're wicked cool people. So you got Kelsey, you got Hurricane, you got, I don't know, just everyone here is super awesome. So, and this is what we all live for, so no one gets mad, which is nice. It's a great community to be part of, and I haven't wheeled in so long, so I'm just excited to be out on a trail, to be honest. Liberty Bibbity was brought here not really to wheel. She was more of the Challenger lift little princess, but we thought that we might take her out, and the shift cables are just super loose, so we can't get into 4 low, which is a bit of a problem in this scenario. So he's just winching himself up, and he'll probably head back home.
Did that look sketchy? Because everyone was really stressing me out.
It was sketchy.
It felt fun.
Hi, what are you thinking about this? Turn the camera on yourself.
I think it's pretty crazy. First King of the Hammers. This is definitely the group to come hang out with. So I'm glad that I'm able to be here.
Heck
so
yeah.
thanks.
I love it.
So basically, these crossover rings, when this slider comes up and meets the crossover rings, it now goes to a single rate spring. So basically, this slider is hitting the crossover rings and canceling out this spring and going to only using the lower spring.
Yeah.
And that's how you get your progressive rate. It's basically 3 fingers from the bottom to the crossover.
So we just came back from Blueberry, which I think we did maybe 15 feet of it. I don't know. Everyone seemed to have a really good time though. So now I'm wearing many hats to this King of the Hammers. So we've done the ride. That was awesome. Everyone was happy. Now it's time to get back in here. Rob has been working on the suspension and he says that it's a little better. So we're gonna head on out. We're gonna make some loops and we're gonna see how this thing rides now. I'm excited. Let's go. That's so nice because I've always ever since breaking my back tensing up on those whoopses. I'm always driving 2-footed and I'm always like, oh, just go slower, go slower. Not anymore, baby. Whoops is at 45. That was wild. That was wild. This my mind is blown. It shouldn't be, but it is. And the chitter chatter up to Chocolate Thunder is crazy. This morning, just kind of cruising through it 30. Here it's 55. Just going for it. Ooh, my heart is pounding.
All right.
Woohoo!
Yeah, you got a race car.
Yes! Yes!
Going to be naturally plenty of chaos.
Yeah.
But that's it's what we do is take all this unknown crap and try to reel it in.
Yeah. Working with them, I'm making a full kind of prep list to start working through. So when we get back on that, we haven't even started checking off the list. We're still just making the list. Can you give me a crash course on race etiquette? What horn to use, what to do, in races, in the pits? Is there a speed limit? I'm sure that you're not.
And I think it's 25 and it's usually signed out.
Okay.
And they'll talk about it in the meeting.
Okay.
Anytime the course doubles back on itself, and you can, especially out of your side, you can try to get a look back and just see if you see anybody behind you, and then you'll know if they're going to be coming.
Yeah. I have a feeling those mirrors probably aren't going to finish the race with us.
Probably not. But,
if we finish, I don't think the mirrors are going to be there with us.
If there's anything that you know specifically that we need to look at in the pit, make a list of those things.
Okay.
Because then we'll assign those to different people.
Okay.
funny. I've come in a little later today. I had work to do in time. And this is also the last day that I can come in at this time. So I took full advantage, had 4 cups of coffee this morning. No. So the guys here from Portal Pros, they've got a situation going on where they need a welder. And we have the, what's that called? We have the Renegade Vault from ESAB, which is battery operated, which is perfect for situations like this in the middle of the desert. I can carry it anywhere to people. So we're gonna take Liberty Bibbity off the Challenger lift. We're gonna throw their vehicle on there and they're gonna get to work. I'm just gonna show them where everything is. That's what I'm gonna do today. I'm just the boss lady today. I'm just running around. So we're gonna get Portal Pros up on here. This is why I'm so excited that Legend Auto Lift and Challenger Lifts brought these out here for us. We have a couple here if anyone is interested in buying one, but it's super easy. I keep one in the shop. I roll it around myself and it's in the middle of the desert, for goodness sake. Look at it. It's a little dusty, but it does the job. We've had the race car on here doing the suspension.
It's getting a workout this week.
Getting a workout.
Yeah.
It's working.
We keep, driving things and finding ways to
break them so we can fix them.
Exactly. Needing lifts. Seriously.
Yesterday we went pre-running for the first time for Rob navigating, and he did a fantastic job. It's really not too easy out there because you're in the middle of the desert, and yes, there is a trail and yes, there are arrows, but if he's looking at the navigation on the front there and I'm concentrating and I can't see and whatever, and those roads can go from 1 to like 6 wide, and we have to stay, I think it's 150 yards within the actual trail or the racetrack. So sometimes it can be really difficult. Also, there's some spots where everything mixes up together and it's like
a spider web.
Yeah, like lap 1 goes this way, lap 2 goes forward, lap 3 is coming back, and it's just, it can be really confusing. But I feel like yesterday, between what we did with the car and just rerun, it was really, really good.
Basically, we're right here in Hammertown. We came around, there's a bunch of campers and things here, so we come around and jumped on race course at about 64. Came around, ran all of this, and at 58, we jumped. You can see this dotted line right here. This is kind of a road, a dirt road.
Highway,
yeah, sand highway. And we stopped right here, and that's where I made the adjustments to the car with the bypasses. I wanted to give her time to get used to the suspension setup as it was, and then make the change midway so she could see what the car felt like after the change. And I think that was a solid move. I think that made
definitely
huge improvements.
Huge. So now we're going through like whoops.
And rough stuff. I mean, it's
I feel like he
rough.
could get through it at like 50, 55 and the car would be completely fine. And the past 2 years, I've never been able to do that because it just bottomed out really hard. And with all the stuff that's happened with my back, I'm just terrified of ever doing that again. So it was really good. For me personally, after you did all of the adjustments here, it felt a little squirrely in the steering wheel. I was like, oh no, something's wrong with the steering, but that's not the case.
And that is great news to me because with a track bar, the axle is going to swing an arc because the track bar is located like this. So what's happening is what you're feeling is the axle cycling and that track bar swinging the axle.
Yeah.
So that was really good news, and that you had never felt that.
Never, yeah.
Meant that you had never felt the suspension cycling. So when she told me that right after the changes, I was like, this is great. So after the changes at VCP 58, we came over and kind of split the course. So this is all unknown to us. We didn't get to do this outer loop.
Yeah.
But
we were also told that this is just more of the kind of the same. Like, there's nothing here to really worry about except keeping on track, and then that's kind of it.
And if we had all the time in the world, we would have done it. But we're on time restraints, and I definitely wanted to get time with the car after running it to do a full prep now.
Yep.
Ran the rest of the loop, came back. We figured out our route through Resolution and backdoor, so we can do the bypass. So that was good there. Came around, and then we jumped off course about right in here.
Yeah, right at the back door.
Yep.
Then we came back to camp.
Back around.
So the reason why I personally like to do the bypass for Resolution and backdoor is because I'm just not used to the car like going down backdoor or anything like that. I haven't done that before, and I'm not gonna do it for the first time in the race because knowing my luck will end up on the lid or something. So it's just taking a little more time to take that loop around, but that's what I did last year and I really enjoyed that route.
The plan is to run conservative, keep the car together, keep the car alive,
Keep it rolling, keep it going, and
drag it through the rocks.
it's you, me, and the desert, man.
Yeah.
That's how we're gonna roll it. That's how we're gonna roll the race.
And a lot of work in the rocks.
And Rob is gonna be doing a lot of work. Rocks. A lot. Probably gonna owe him a lot after the race.
New knees, new
Oh,
hips.
I wasn't going that far. I'll give you a beer too. I don't know about his new limbs, new parts.
Limb replacements.
Yeah.
Got my buddies here from American Iron Off-Road. They're gonna help me start checking things off. We're gonna re-torque everything, put new torque stripe on it in a different color so that we know old torque to new torque.
Yeah. It's your stuff. What he said to me on the phone was, I'll use my stuff to mark everything so that I know that I have been through this car. And I went, okay, that sounds good to me. That's perfect, because then if anything goes wrong, he just put himself on the line. I love it.
So, we're gonna wrap this up and we're gonna get working on the car. And then it brings you in. And was like bevel to set the unit. I asked him to go down and do that. Okay. Because I was worried about it.
Caliper mount bolt, 21 millimeter.
I didn't know what he's talking about, where it's going to cycle.
All right, you can start that. How many clicks did I go? 2 or 3?
That's right. Sorry.
So you said.
Fluid.
Transfer case fluid. You check the transfer case fluid.
Yeah, because
How much of the checklist do you think has been done?
Maybe a quarter.
Talking here.
No. On the belt, strapped on the car.
Okay.
Right between my legs. Hey, did you do the? Even this pace that we were going is probably not pushing the car, but pushing race pace. We could back it off a little for because we were trying to see what the suspension would do and stuff, and it's working. It's working.
Oh yeah, I've heard you got the shocks working better.
Way better.
But anyway, welcome everybody. I want to congratulate all of you guys for being here with, as Dave said, the baddest of the bad. I mean, you guys are at the toughest race there is, and you guys make it, and you guys are the ones that put on the show. And so congratulations on being here. Congratulations on everybody that's performed well.
The finish line will close at 6 p.m. plus adjusted time. Any of these times are adjusted. So you add your starting time, delay behind the leader to these times. So the race will be absolutely closed by about 6:30. If anyone hasn't qualified, if you opted out of qualifying, please know, straight off the start finish, there is a gap jump. It's a decent length. You don't have to do it. Please don't do it if you're not comfortable.
I do need a couple of radios for the pit crews.
Do you want to copy? So this will plug in the side of the radio. This is what you would clip onto your driving suit, your head and neck turbo thing. Thank you. And then helmet plugs in here. You have this button right here. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Stop hitting the rocks. I don't want to get out again. Whatever you want to say. You know.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Rob came here and he was like, I'm just gonna be helping whoever, whenever. Now he's a co-driver. He's like, oh yeah, you gotta have this. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. Yeah, it's okay. I got it, Holly. It's okay. It's all right.
He's the man. He's taking responsibility.
Yeah. Damn.
Where are you from?
I'm from Scotland. Where are you from? Far you fae. That means where are you from, by the way. Ooh, what's going on in here?
So, are you a McGregor fan?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, me too. I like McGregor.
Oh, that's why we can be friends. I am doing fantastic.
You're good. Are you ready for race day?
So excited. It's finally here. Like, we worked so hard to get to this point. There's a lot of time, a lot of people, a lot of moving around, a lot of logistics, a lot of hard work on the cars. And it's finally, like, I've got goosebumps this year. I'm super, super stoked. So it's gonna be fun. It'll be a good day.
veterans, and we're trying to get veterans out here to enjoy the off-road and that community. I got to thank Raceline, Greg Bolton, he's been a huge help to us. FK Ron and Yoda One, my daughter works with them.
Let's go, Holly and Rob.
Brandon Motorsports, of course. Brandon. My wife. I got to thank Joe Thompson with UFO. He's the mastermind behind this car. Scott Farley. Scott Farley. Third is Brad Lovell. In second, just saw across the line and this also. This is all unofficial, of course, at this moment in time. And then you can go to classes in 4800 in third position. It is Cameron Steele. In second position, it's Cody Young. And in first, it's Amber Slauson.
In our stock class, we have only had 2 vehicles across the line. In first, it's Brad Lovell, followed second by Bailey Cole.
And in the 4500 Yukon Gear and Axle Modified class, he's just leaving the stage right now. It's none other than Dan Warren, joining his son Dylan, who crossed the line a little bit earlier today. So a fantastic success for the Summers family. So I'm going to hand off now to Emmy Hall, who's going to bring the rest of these drivers across the line, and I very much look forward to seeing you tomorrow on 4400 Racing Kings here at the 2025 Ultimate Power of Performance.
It's just really, really cool and awesome. Lots of good stuff that's out here, even if you're not in Hammertown. But like we said, we are looking for the 1006 car of Derek Summers to be coming down into town here pretty soon. Derek, of course, in the 4800 class.
Again, I talked about what you're calling is jelly of that all-wheel drive.
It's a little jelly, and you know what? He also has a solid axle in the rear of that thing.
Wow.
Yeah, a Toyota Corolla with
we're feeling a little defeated because the vehicle didn't stop us. We didn't stop us.
Everyone in front of you.
A little
winch line stopped us.
little winch bolt.
Bolt. 20 more. Did we have 20 more miles? Something like that. 20 more miles. I would have kept going.
And I mean, that was probably what the biggest obstacle. And I mean, that canyon was really tight. Like the rocks were big. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what the rest of the course looked like, but
The next canyon is
The next
nasty
one's just
too.
as nasty.
really.
Yeah.
Hey, but we passed lap 1 and we got to the rocks. Woo!
That bolt will get welded in next time.
Oh my god, he's so mad about it.
But
You're
what?
salty.
I'm just pissed that it was a
Don't
stupid little.
Don't be salt. There needs to be a Bronco class, and then there needs to be like a professional driver class.
I noticed that too. Yeah, because
These pro drivers, they're just
Yeah, they
hopping
come-
in the stock
come
class.
down.
Every man challenge with their souped out.
And their Ford supported team.
Come on now.
I'm with that.
Come on. And every man challenge should be no more than $800. Word.
To enter.
Because that's still a lot of money for every man.
Yeah.
It
I was so hot.
Do you know what he said though? He said, "My promise to you is I will be Hercules next year." That's what he
I'm starting 75 hard when I get home. That was
like,
already.
I'm starting it tomorrow.
That was already the plan, but like.
You did a fantastic job. I don't know how you did that.
Why I did it?
No, how?
Oh, how I did it.
Yeah, I mean, I know how you did it, but, you know, I just don't know, like, seeing all of the guys up on the rocks and they're, like, sweating. Some guys were walking away with, like,
Yeah, like, dudes were just giving up.
they were giving up, like, literally, like, they were like, screw you, vehicle. We flipped upside down. We're gonna leave you there. Shirts off, walking in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Don't give up. No, keep going. There was a lot of
The good
vehicles
news-
left out there, though.
Dude, we passed so many, and then a lot were stuck at the pit.
4 guys rammed into the back of us so hard on the desert loop.
Yeah, we got nerfed a couple times.
Yeah, like bad.
You couldn't see shit. You can't see anything until they hit you.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, there they are. But so much dust coming off the back of the car that you don't see the lights until it's like, oh, there they are, and bam, they hit us.
I'm like, no, that was wild. But all the people that did ram into the back of us,
This is true. We passed
we
them.
passed them,
We passed them all.
and we passed one of them twice.
Yep. This is true.
So, you know, karma, people. We're coming through the beginning of a rock trail and this guy walks down. He's like, take your time. There's a guy up there. He's broken his axle tube and he's right in the way. And I was like,
He stopped.
okay. So we pull up and I'm like, Ben's here. And I'm like, oh no. Was it Ben? And Ben's like, I'm out. Well, I guess we should try and make our way back.
Yeah.
With other people because I don't really know this place in the dark. That was intense. The first lap I was just slap happy. I was like, this is so
I want to see our
cool.
times. I felt like we were faster on the second.
On the second one, yeah.
But maybe we were just getting delusional at that point.
So after we left main pit, we had something to drink, something to eat. And I was kind of a little out of it for the first like half of the second lap on the desert loop. I was just kind of like, Sunday drive. A little bit, but it got
Then we got to the
got
rocks
rough.
and the tears were flowing.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Every time I hit a rock on this side or came down hard on this side.
I didn't even touch it.
I know you didn't, and I was just
like, you're okay?
I went, hold on a minute. I would say I was dramatic, but it got to a point where I was like, I don't know if I can do much more of this because I was like, I want to finish. It's fine. It's fine. There were like tears streaming down. And then I'm like, I'm fine. We can do this. Let's do it. It's like so bipolar. It was fantastic.
I was gonna say, have you ever been?